free and do whatever they want in this game? And if so, which team is that going to be?
I think the draft, I'm kind of leaning more towards OG's draft because I do think that they can hit an earlier timing, something that did happen in the previous game. I feel like their lanes are really strong. Also, Disruptor, great against a lot of these heroes. Against Void Spirit, you have lockdown, long range cast. I get the canceled Fiend's Grip, which is going to be very annoying, but they do have another ability that goes through BKB. That's going to be Lasso, last pick Batrider. So I want to see how much Yuragi is going to be able to get done in the lane. But also on side of Secret, they do have 4 universal heroes, so that could be a big benefit from them. I mean, Bane, not the hero that benefits the most from stats. He always was, like, not always. Bane was a hero that most of the time, since he existed in Dota, had same stats per level, gain per level. Yuragi, he's gonna pick it up.
He might just be in trouble. Flame Break still in the river, and he's gonna die here to Armel. And we've seen Void Spirits start off strong. I don't know if you want to be giving up first blood to him.
Yeah, that's a bit of a rough one. And there's different heroes you want to give it to. Sticky Bomb did miss. In the end, they still managed to get the kill. And this is a kind of a new tech build on Batrider where you don't use Sticky Bomb because you do have damage from stats. So slightly more damage in the laning stage. So instead you go for the Flame Break, use it to maybe cancel some of the CES, try to deny them when they get close. The reason why I like OG's draft more is I'm a little bit biased towards Pango plus Keeper of the Light combo. It's so good, it's been good, it's something that Gaimin Gladiators had been abusing for a very long time.
I'm taking a lot of damage. Sorry to interrupt, but you know, they went in aggressively with the Flame Break and the Sticky Bomb, but Chu just goes glimpsed into a Stormhammer and it's damage right back the way of the Batrider. A lot of aggression in this lane.
Your anger is
at least for now. See how these lanes pan out. And Chu standing pretty far forward. Again, a Flame Break, a Sticky Bomb, but a Stormhammer trying to stop the aggression coming in from Secret, and Boom's going to get a kill on Chu.
He was way too close to it. One Flame Break, Sticky Bomb. As soon as it latches, plus Blood Grenade on top of it, there's way too much slow.
So,
in terms of trade, Yuragi is getting some solo XP, getting the levels, which means on Sven, it's very important. Heroes like Terrorblade, they do... Let's see this one. Okay, he blasted him away. Didn't catch this one.
And then charging up the... Oh my... Oh my god.
Outplayed
that
so
replay
hard.
was just embarrassing.
This
like, not
is mental damage.
Goddamn. Yeah, a little emotional damage right there. Some ankles broken. Those are going to need 6 to 8 weeks to heal. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Blast off. Yuragi on the run. He'll get under the tower. And just escape. But, you know, all he's got right now is the Stormhammer.
Doesn't even have enough mana for it to use it. Saving a point. This bottom lane not working out too well for OG. If they have another blast off, they could try to get a kill on Yuragi. Yuragi also starting with Boots of Speed as his first item, going into Power Treads. Might need to bring some extra regen to this lane because they're really low on it.
Making his life very difficult. And we're taking a look now over at Aramis, and no surprise going for these stacks. So we've talked about this a couple times coming into the start of this tour, where stacks and XP runes, the changes, just making it feel much better for supports. And we've talked about how just important the XP runes are. I don't know if we need to really reiterate the point, but you need to get at least one of them.
Getting the stacks going, especially when your Sven is not having a good time in the laning stage, is kind of a must-have. Mid lane, Armel, because he got that first blood, doing slightly better than Pango. He picked up Bracer immediately, then went for a bottle.
Right, and that was going to be one of my questions, but blast off, bottom lane, Firefly, burning them up, trying to get to Chu, and I don't know if he really has many places to run at the moment, trying to juke through, but will eventually get killed off by Boom, and I do want to talk about this mid matchup because Armel obviously gets first blood, but how does the matchup head-to-head normally go?
I think this is relatively even. Like, Pango does struggle against some of the other Spirit heroes more. I would still give an like slight upper hand to Void Spirit, but against Storm Spirit, against Ember, Pango does struggle a lot. And we can see some of the CS difference as well. Armel, he's level 5 against level 4 on BZM, so with 3 points and Resonant Pulse, he's gonna start to play much more aggressive.
You can see it there. Aether Remnant lands and catches BZM for a moment. I would assume come level 6, Armel is probably going to move around, and I think both these side lanes have ways to be aggressive with stuns and a little bit of bursting damage coming through. And again, they just want to go under the tower. They want to go for Chu, and that's exactly what they're going to do, but the Glimpse pushes him a little bit further away. They still look like they have the damage to get the kill here onto the Disruptor and it puts Boom on a killing spree 5 minutes into the game.
Oof. Disruptor, level 3, 5 minutes into the game, sitting at 3 deaths, and now they're starting to make a play on Yuragi. A bit low on mana, however.
You know, it's not the same
Here comes
as
Poppy.
last game, but the aggression in this one lane feels pretty good. Poppy getting hit by this tower. They've got the Illuminate, but Yuragi's still getting run down. Poppy will die to the tower and Aramis, but they get the kill on Yuragi. That's a trade they'll make any day of the week. And Boom, if he
He's
can
gonna drop as well.
Oh, the
Urn gonna
Illuminate's
take
not
him down.
enough. But with the Urn, he'll still die.
Yeah, getting that first kill on Poppy. Maybe Poppy could have survived, had a healing Lotus, 125 HP. Not sure if it would make that a lot of a difference, but also giving an Urn charge to Batrider. Glimpse back on Poppy.
Oh.
He gave him back the bottle. Okay. Was worried there for a second.
I saw him get Glimpse.
If you get Glimpse back with a bottle, you get the chance to keep it.
Well, don't tell supports that. They'll keep it. Not a chance. They'll keep it. Man, that was really close, but yeah, still 5-2, still 1,000 net worth lead here for Secret. And it feels like all three games have started with teams that just can be ultra aggressive in the first part. And Stormhammer comes through on a Yamich. You throw that stun and it's gonna land, but you can't really get a kill just yet, as Chu's gonna be dying here over mid to Armel. So, you know, Armel is getting himself a kill. He's working with that shield rune. You're trying to be aggressive on techies and turn it around, but instead you're losing heroes elsewhere.
Armel, level 7. Pango's level 5. I mean, he's about to be level 6. But still, big difference. Getting that solo kill, holding onto shield rune. You can't make a play. I don't know why it's 50% of your max HP.
You're kind of out.
Oh, no way.
He still gets denied by the neutral creep.
Blinding Light still gets denied by them. It's a lot of time kind of wasted from OG to try to get a kill on Puppy.
They brought 4 heroes to do that, to lose him to a neutral creep. That feels pretty bad. What feels all right, though, is both teams get themselves at least one Wisdom rune. Puppy's about to have himself boots. You've got Boom, who's farming really well. And it certainly opened up a lot of space for Crystallis, which is the exact opposite of what happened in game number 2. He never really had space. He was dying the entire time.
Team Secret knows they have Alchemist in the team. Doesn't contribute much early on, but once you get him to 2, 3, 4 items, he's going to be the one. Like 2 items, he's going to be joining with the rest of the team. So it's very important that they now play together, make them busy, so there's not going to be rotations happening into Alchemist lane.
Glimpse. And coming over, trying for the Rolling Thunder. That'll come out, but they've got the Astro Step. The Illuminate hits. Puppy low, not dead just yet, but with that Urn and a right click, they'll at least get the trade. Now BZM, though, his Rolling Thunder is going to be running out. They go to the Doom. It's on to Armel. He's running and trying to get out, but there's nowhere for him to go with all these heroes here from the side of OG. So they do finally shut down this Void Spirit for the first time. And it does force a lot of heroes to come over and give space elsewhere, but it's still a good kill to get.
These are top of the kills that they need to get, especially on BZM. He got the last hit. So that means that because he got on the worst end in the laning stage, he was thinking about getting mana boots on Pango. You have Keeper of the Light and you're only playing from behind. Chu one more time.
Yeah. I don't think he gets out of this. They've got the kinetic field. He's burning up. Just need one more right click, and there it is. So Boom will get that kill. And he is still continuing to roll. He's 5-1-1.
And not much you can do in that situation. He's only level 4 right now. Aramis having a blast of a game on Keeper of the Light. Like, in terms of last hits, he has only 9 CS, but he's been heavily involved. He's been involved in every single kill of OG. We'll have Spirit Vessel completed in the next
for DM.
1,000 gold. DM.
Stun, blast off, and a kill for Crystallis. And you're talking about Aramis. He had that early earn to be involved quite a bit and made that rotation bottom, which helped out. Ends up taking the fairy trinket, too.
Your anger is useless here.
I'm a little worried, though, because Crystallis hasn't been touched in this lane, and I am a little concerned that this Alk is off to too good of a start.
Yeah, he has way too much network. He's been farming these 2 small camps constantly. We'll have Radiance finished in a minute or so.
Yeah, he's got the Sacred Relic flying out to him already, and I think, yeah, it's coming up there, so... We'll have the Radiance soon. They'll go after Puppey. They've got the Glimpse, and now some damage with the blast off. The Illuminate comes through. BZM with the Rolling Thunder. They'll get the kill to Yamish. They'll take up the Techies, but can they get more out of this one?
Last
Carmel, and I
step.
think Boom.
If they can chase him down. Boom, no
tower's a
flame
little bit
break
difficult.
available. It always feels weird to see Batrider with Vanguard in this meta. It's like, doesn't fit the hero. I mean, you do keep it for a brief moment. You go disassemble it, go into Octarine Core, disassemble your Arcane Boots, then you have 3 components out of 6. So, it just feels awkward to have it.
I'm still just kind of farming up here. What? How can they shut down Boom? He's had such a great start to this game.
All 3 cores, pretty much. Most importantly, Crystallis. This is Radiance. Only needs 100 gold. Less than 100, actually.
And then he's pretty much off to the races, right?
Now the real farming starts.
Yeah.
Look at how split they are. Alchemist on one side of the map, rest of Secret playing bottom part. These are some juicy stacks. They're not
Ram
even
is
gonna
happy
give it to
to
Yuragi.
taking.
I think they understood that the BZM's having a really rough time and they want to get him back into the game. This Diffusal Blade is very important, so giving him most of those CS.
Chew again. He's gonna die. Aramis with that kill. This Void Spirit, as every Void Spirit game seems to go, kind of gets out of control, and they're gonna doom him again. They really want to make sure that this is Void Spirit being slowed down as much as possible. And even with the 2 deaths, we see the Void Spirit being just a really sharp thorn in the side of OG, and it's almost the pain is taking the attention towards Void Spirit when maybe they need to start thinking about going after Crystallis.
Ooh, Yuragi was pinging it out. Got him scared there for a second. Octarine Core, 12 minutes into the game on Batrider, 7,000 net worth. These are some insane numbers coming out from Boom at the moment. Aramis is playing...
Alchemist, same thing.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Alchemist is gonna explode right now. But Aramis, he's been holding them for the first 12 minutes of the game, not allowing this network to skyrocket.
Right.
From really nice blinding lights back into Doom. Him and DM playing extremely well together. Crystallis trying to make a move on Doom, but it's not enough. He's alone. Just throws a random concoction.
And he's looking, what? Radiance, Phase Boots, Blink, BKB. And not that he's going to have it instantly, but with the space that he's been given, it can probably get to him pretty quickly.
These outer rings are very difficult to engage into. If you go to like a different side of the map and don't find anything, you're gonna waste so much time, especially if you don't find Alchemist, because in 2 minutes he farms so much. Right now they're smoked up. Try to find Alchemist, but scanned the wrong camp, and Crystallis, he's already on a different side of the map. Seems like he's having a really good read where he needs to be.
And it's a little bit tough to get him in that top outer ring too, right? It's the Mighty Mines. You're getting 4 more HP per second when you're up there. So that plus going into his ult and having that bonus health regen and that movement speed, it's not an easy kill to get.
Spirit Vessel will help out tremendously against him. Just needs to farm another 300 gold. BZM did finish off his Diffusal Blade. Chakra Magic maxed out. They're ready to take a fight right now on OG.
Flames on the Amich. They're thinking about going in, but they don't go to the Rolling Thunder. Now they catch themselves a Pangolier with the Aether Remnant. By the way, he's level 6.
Thought about going in, then saw Bane. Not a hero we see too often. The hero's sitting in a overall DPC regions in a good spot. He's won 3 out of 4 games. He's not as picked as much, but having something to stop the Rolling Thunder with, that's always going to be good. And speaking of that, boom, Lasso has been available for quite some time. Boots of Travel about to be finished, so he can be playing at the bottom part of the map and join where the rest of the team is.
So I'll get those Boots of Travel, like you said. BKB's next on the list of groceries. See what kind of shipping he chooses, if it's going to be 2-minute or 5-minute. As Crystallis has now moved to the other side, and he's just continuing to farm here, really not getting touched at all. And they're going to look over. They've got the Fiend's Grip on BZM. They get a kill here onto the Pangolier, who BZM and the rest of OG have tried to be aggressive a couple times. They just haven't found openings.
Yeah, seems like they wanted to take some of these earlier fights, but keeping the net worth in Secret's favor for the last couple of minutes, keeping it steady between 1 and 2k, which is not too bad considering the start that they had in the laning stage. I guess Doom with Max Devour, Hand of Midas. He's gonna get
that. All right,
back. That was a nice play there, but
that would have been sick if he's able to blast off on the cliff.
Into Glimpse, we'll guarantee them a kill.
Yeah. So they at least get that, and you could kind of feel OG chomping at the bit to try and get something out of this movement and out of the movements that they've been getting. But the more they move, and the more and the less they get, the more Secret get out of the map. And of course, Alchemist having the Spark of Courage. No surprise.
Overall, such a good farming tool for most of carries, mid laners, even some off laners. It works out nicely. I think the items, these mines causing a lot of troubles. Has Spirit Vessel to throw onto. These Spirit Vessel charges are very valuable against Alchemist.
He's got 2 more remaining, and they need to kind of replenish that a little bit if these fights don't go the way that they want.
You can always die, and now it does replenish it itself.
You know, never really wanted.
That's one way to get a charge.
Yeah, it is one way, but he's 3-0-4. You got to keep the unkillable streak. Boom. Like you were talking about, BKB after the Boots of Travel. These games kind of slowed down a little bit, but that's also kind of looking like that because DM's gotten a lot of time too. With this Midas, now he's got Guardian Greaves, Vanguard going into the pipe. He's found himself about 1,300 gold away from that, so that should be shipping out relatively soonish. But are Secret okay to be the ones who kind of sit back and farm? I know you want to do that with this Alchemist, and you've got the Blink Radiance, and you're going into the BKB.
Oh yeah, but really not in a rush for anything at the moment. Might want to get another round of items and then smoke up, look for a kill. These 2 items we're talking about, mostly the big one is Alchemist with a BKB. If they want to sync it up, wait for BKB on Batrider plus a Manta style. That's gotta look like, because OG, whenever you play against Alchemist, these type of lineups, you feel like you're losing out anti-mage as well. You want to be the one keeping the pressure because carry-to-carry matchup is not that great. Sven, not a hero that builds into MKB by any means. Like supports might get Heaven's Halberd as well, which is gonna cut out Sven's damage output as well. While Alchemist still does damage, even if he gets disarmed with Acid Spray, with Radiance, while Sven can't really do it.
Back into the game we go. Now getting those levels on the corrosive weaponry. He had gone 4-4-0 to start this, and he'll have that extra hurt with the corrosive weaponry. Max stacks going from 9 to 11 when he goes to the max level.
It's kind of an awkward ability, to be honest. Sure, he has a new old ability. Grievous Greed is now passive. You get it for free. Corrosive weaponry is good when you lock onto a target, but you'd never like hear anyone talk about, oh yeah, corrosive weaponry, that's it, that's good stuff.
I think when it first got announced, people were kind of expecting it to be stronger than it was.
I'm not saying
Based
it's
on,
not strong, it's just...
It's not the where your eye goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Boom, trying to really get around this and actually forcing the fight, going for the lasso, the static storm on the TPing in Puppey. He's going to die immediately. They'll get a kill and a boom, and that's 2 kills that are massive here for OG. While Void Spirit now on the run. His DM's ready with Doom. And these heroes just need to get out of dodge for Secret. And this is a good fight for OG.
A good static storm plus glimpse coming out from Chu, even though he's 0-7. Still making the big plays, and now game is pretty even. Even though there's an Alchemist on the enemy team, needs to farm 50 gold to finish off his BKB. I think it's time to go. Try to smoke up now inside of Secret when Batrider is out. And try to take one fight before Sven gets his BKB. He's just a recipe away, less than a recipe.
Really need to start putting it together because it's been farming fine for 19 minutes for the side of Secret. But at some point, you need to put that farm to use. These teams, they're 0-2, so a win here gets him in the win column overall, and
I could look at you all.
it could have a lot of meaning coming down the wire of this DPC.
They are moving together, but there is no smoke available inside of Secret. At least 2 supports don't have it. Armel also doesn't have it. Seems like they used most of those early on too. They know someone was there for a brief moment.
I think they missed them. I thought for a second Armel caught a glimpse, but they don't get anything off that. Meanwhile, Yuragi, he's got that BKB recipe flying out, so you're not going to hit that timing where you want to fight before he's got that BKB. And things all of a sudden, truthfully, they feel a lot tougher for Secret.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alchemist is the one who has a lot of farm, and you can see Batrider has fallen off. Same goes for Void Spirit. Armel was off to such a good start. Now the lowest net worth core. You need to keep fighting with this hero. Like in terms of farming, how fast he farms, there are definitely better heroes. But you want to be active, and now we see win probability being in OG's favor, 60-40.
And Gaimin giving them a little bit of a blessing at the moment. Is this a game where you're hoping if you take Tormentor, you get the Shard for techies? If you've got like Alchemist going in or the Batrider, you throw the reactive taser on them.
Yeah, Bane Shard is not the greatest. It's like AoE. Some of these shards, I'd say Skyrat, Mage, Bane, it doesn't fit what the heroes actually play, like the role he's being played at. Now, Crystallis will go for Tormentor. Let's see who he decides to pick up, by who decides, whoever Gaimin decides to give the shard to, but would definitely prefer if Techies gets it.
So it will be techies. So now you're going to have that reactive taser being available to put on allies. And I think moving in on some of these heroes, it could be pretty strong.
If Puppey got it, Brain Sap becomes AoE ability. He has 1 point in Brain Sap. Would be such a waste.
75 damage. Going into an AoE with 30%.
Pure damage, by the way.
Yeah. Boom. Been talking about him wanting to get this BKB for quite a while, and now both teams are going to smoke. You have Roche towards bottom, and maybe they want to go for it, but all of a sudden, OG, they kind of change their trajectory in terms of going towards the bottom map, or bottom half of the map. Now they're going to turn around and go back. Ragi leading the way.
Get lasso
and
here.
over. They've got a lasso. They'll go to the blast off. Even a Fiend's Grip from Puppey, but the Static Storm to stop that's not even going to save Uragi. They get the kill onto the Sven, and Chu's going to be run down with the rest of OG leaving. 2 kills there for Secret. And this is kind of happening near Roche, but I'm not sure Secret are really looking at that at the moment.
This was a fight where BZM was top, so he did not want to join. And immediate lasso plus Fiend's Grip, 2 BKB piercing abilities. We'll get a kill on Sven.
Did they take the hit?
He didn't even pop a BKB. He popped the God Strength and got lassoed immediately. OG probably thinking about contesting this one because
Don't take it
Roshan,
that quick.
it's very slow. And also Armel, he's getting bashed. Down to half HP. OG, they do have Outpost to TP2, the one that cannot be taken over. Chu.
Bombs exploding. Chu in trouble. It's the kinetic field down. They're going to have the Sven coming back in, but he doesn't have God Strength. Now they go to the lasso, and Doom is used, but still they have the control. It's not going to matter, though. Puppey gets killed off next to the Twin Gate. They got the Rolling Thunder, and they're landing on Yamage. So both supports gone to the side of Secret as the Stormhammer, the right clicks. Not enough damage to kill off Armel. The Astral Step and a second one to TP out. And Roche, it was a bold choice for Secret to try and go for it. Now they've left it at half health for the side of OG.
Roshan is very strong nowadays. It feels like teams still need to figure out when if this was previous Roche, pre-733, Roshan dies for Team Secret. But now, OG's gonna be the one holding on to it, and BZM in the last fight showing off his newly purchased Aghanim Scepter. That's a big one, some like random damage thrown on the ground. You'll have Doom running in. And they also managed to save Chu, because DM, he's all about these auras. Like, we didn't talk too much about it because it's not as hype as fuck, but Guardian Greaves, Crimson Pipe, like he's building every single aura that there is in the game.
He is definitely the supporting aura guy. But also, obviously, a core, getting that kind of golds. You're trying to boost your teammates up with all these auras. Make sure they survive. You're the silent hero.
Pretty much. He's also not wearing a cape. Or is he? Those are wings. Never mind.
All capes are stupid. You know, you don't... If you were really a superhero or you're trying to fight with a cape, it gets in the way. No capes. Have you watched The Incredibles? No capes.
Yeah, I don't remember the particular fight scene, but yeah, Incredibles 1, really good movie. Incredible 2, yeah, okay, it's a good movie, 7 out of 10, but enough about the movies. OG's picking up mines that Techies set up.
They're going in Astral Step, Aether Remnant, and the control. Static Storm from Chu, though, and on the other side, they've got Puppey. So they get the kill into the Bane. BZM's gonna die with the Astral Step coming in from Armel. There's the lasso on a DM, and Uragi trying to fight this with BKB. The damage, though, it's starting to feel like enough, but he focuses his attention now onto Armel with the Doom being placed onto the Void Spirit. They'll get the kill on a second. Boom, run down, captured, and killed as Aramis gets that one, and they've got 3 heroes down on the side of Secret with Crystallis trying to leave. Turns off that Radiance and jukes into the trees, and will be able to TP out successfully.
Sven is going ham in the fight. Like, this is his, I'm gonna say peak timing, but this is where he's really strong at, especially while he's holding on to Aegis, because they can't focus him down. Like, in the 2 fights before, we've seen Team Secret lassoing Fiend's Grip on Sven. It's a lot of their damage taken out, but this time around, because he's holding on to Aegis, can't really do that. Still managed to kill BZM in the backlines. And I think OG understands that they don't necessarily need to kill these 2 cores immediately off while they have BKBs on. They can focus the others, and Doom this time around, compared to Game 1, is fighting some really good Doom openings.
Right.
Holding on to it in a lot of situations as well. Waiting for Void Spirit to get into his face, because they can't burst him. Like, this Doom just doesn't die. They can't bring him down from 100 to 0.
He's been very tanky, and he's going to have that Octarine core in just 70 gold. Secret, by the way, they're coming over, but I don't know if they know what they're getting into. Aether Remnant's not going to catch Yuragi. They did have some help deeper in the lane for OG, so going after this, if you put yourself out too far like that, you might be in trouble.
Fiend's Grip.
Fiend's Grip.
Still holding the Aegis.
Nothing really doing there. Oh, Harpoon. They have caught themselves a Bane, and they will show it on the mantle shelf as they kill off Puppey. And they're still going to look to continue forward. They've got BZM on the backlines with the Rolling Thunder, and now the BKB popped by Crystallis. The side of Secret are retreating, and so is OG. But they're pretty full on health. The only one who's really lacking a little bit of health is Yuragi, but he's being healed up thanks to that Spirit Vessel.
Yuragi, he was thinking about going in, but quick fingers there from Armel. Kind of an awkward fight where they drag in Sven, who's still holding the Aegis. I can understand like what they're trying to do, but this is very hard to execute, where they try to separate the fight, and OG already planted observer board, so they see the whole lane pretty much. So in terms of taking the fight near this tier 2 tower, they have really good vision.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So what's the game plan here for Secret? Like, they try to fight, but it feels like the map is shrinking, so they can't exactly farm their way back into the game too well. Boom's game has slowed down, so is Armel's, so immensely. And OG, and these guys are working with an Aegis and certainly want to be aggressive, but Secret don't seem to be able to fight and put out the damage. We were just talking about how DM feels unkillable.
DM is just an aura bot. Octarine core now finished, having some status resistance from Titan Sliver, magic resistance as well. Really difficult to bring him down, and not the usual smoke you see from a team. Their Aegis expires, and they smoke up and look for a fight. There's an XP rune down bottom that is being pinged out, but they want to make something done. This is kind of a move that you don't expect, so let's see if Team Secret thinks that this might happen.
Maybe feeling themselves and maybe knowing that Secret, they know the timing of the Aegis, so they're going to go out when they know that maybe OG aren't looking to fight with the Aegis expiring, but OG, they were looking, they just don't find it.
Middle tower is under
Tormentor
attack.
is available. Another shard to be picked up.
Hit away and swinging away is they'll now have recall available on Aramis with this Coddle.
Look at him TPing bottom instantly. 2 heroes to outpost, 1 to second outpost. They want to catch Boom off guard. Shadowblade on Yuragi. He knows where Batrider is, needs to chase him down.
Stormhammer, Harpoon, God Strength, BKB, and a lasso attempt to try and survive. Nobody's coming from Secret, so he is left for dead. And
that was such a nice player there from OG.
They doomed him.
He did not want to let it go. Octarine core will get him some levels closer to level 20. That minus 35 seconds on Doom cooldown is a pretty big one. So getting there doesn't really matter too much. Will be available again in a minute and a half. Sven also used ulti, so OG is not taking a full team fight anyway. And now to the top lane. Getting recalled. Yuragi was still holding onto something. I love this Shadowblade pickup where he can surprise, cut into backlines, find either Yamich, Puppey. Puppey was the one who bought back in the previous fight.
Yeah, still on cooldown for him for 4.5 minutes. Fiend's Grip and Glimpse, so it can never be held. It's like either Static Storms dropped or they glimpse him, and they make it very hard for them to hold that Fiend's Grip. So Yuragi with the BKB, the damage on Armel, they'll take the Void Spirit. These heroes on Secret need to leave. They're kind of grouped up for a Stormhammer if it comes out, but they go to the Harpoon, they catch themselves Puppey again, and well, he's been killed once more, and they'll send him off to the taxidermist to stuff him up and put him again on the shelf once more. That Harpoon catches so much.
It feels like they need to use Glimmer Cape, because there is one on techies. These Fiend's Grip, they're not lasting long enough. And I like this Disruptor pick overall, because they revealed Void Spirit, and then they also picked Bane, so Disruptor was kind of a natural choice for them. Long distance thing to cancel the Fiend's Grip, and also have a little bit more control for Void Spirit, gives them more team fight as well.
Long Roche respawn, 2 minutes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They could grab this Tormentor.
One of the reasons why Alchemist is struggling to deal the damage in some of these fights is his Assault Curious is -5 armor, -6 coming up from Acid Spray. Sven's level 20 talent is +10 Warcry armor.
Dire's bottom tower is under
+10. This is like 25 bonus armor that he has for his teammates on top of all these auras, Crimson Guard. So
has fallen.
I think damage coming up from the Alchemist has been really low in the last 15 minutes, I would even say.
Pretty much nullified at this point. Really haven't felt Crystallis able to do much of anything. And he was off to a very good start, but OG were confident that they would be able to beat it if given enough time, and that's exactly what they've done. So when your top net worth hero doesn't feel like he's scratching the surface with his damage, and your next hero is so far behind, you gotta start to be worrying, right?
Yeah, who's gonna deal the damage? That's the problem. It's pretty similar to what happened to Team Secret when they played against Team Liquid. When Crystallis was playing Terrorblade, he was also the hero that didn't die until the game pretty much ended. Died once, game was over. Seems like similar thing could happen in this one. Because right now he's sitting at 0 deaths, which means that he's also not committing heavily to a fight.
And that's been an issue in the first 2 series losses for Secret, right? Like Crystallis on heroes that he does well with in lane, but never really finds the confidence to play aggressive enough to win the game.
I would say when things are not going well, for him they are going well in terms of net worth, but the rest of the team not doing too hot, he does struggle to find, like, lock onto a target, kill it. Feels like he's slightly more scared than other carries, I would say. But if he's the one who's controlling the fight, he's the one who's engaging, then in these moments he does shine. And now off to second Roche. OG. Seems like Team Secret thinking about maybe going through the gates. Radiant are using the scan, which means that they know exactly where they could come from.
If they want to do it, they had to do it a moment ago, and they never commit to it, so it's going to be another Aegis here for
Radiant's
Uragi.
top tower is under attack.
And they have not really been able to get decisive fights for themselves on Secret.
It feels like they managed to kill a core in last 10 minutes once on side of Secret. There's no Tormentor available. Pretty similar to what happened to Team Secret in some of the games that they lost, where they have net worth advantage and they can't capitalize on it.
Right. They never really, like, got to massive, the net worth lead. It was like 1,000 or 2,000 max. But they just didn't make moves to exacerbate that issue. Blink Lasso. It's kind of Aegis, though. You're trying to get a kill here onto a Sven. It's got a second life to work with, and there's the Static Storm placed down onto the Bane to stop that Fiend's Grip. The damage, though, onto Uragi. They finally get the kill. They use the Doom onto the Alchemist. Things are looking okay for the side of Team Secret, but they need to continue to make it work. Uragi comes over with BZM to get the kill on a Puppy. They'll look over at Boom. They'll get the kill on a Yamage. They'll take it a second with the buyback coming out from Puppy. So Boom now on the run. There's the Glimpse back with a Thunder Strike on him. The damage is going to be enough to take him out as well. He's got buyback. He'll use it too. So 2 buybacks used for the Team Secret lineup, but do they have enough here to really start chipping away at what OG's got going for them? And it's not looking likely when you're losing Crystallis. He's going to be forced to buy back if you want to defend. They go to the lasso once again. It's onto the Sven, but Uragi's still holding strong. Stormhammer thrown over at Puppy. They've got the Lotus Orb, and that's going to bounce the Nullifier back over to Armel. Boom. Doesn't have a lasso. Blinding Light pushing him away. Uragi now turning back towards the fight. He'll eat the cheese. Full health, full mana. And Puppy going to be run down here by both BZM as well as DM. DMs are running strong. OG not losing anything in this fight, as the attention is now on Armel as he's been disarmed. Crystallis comes over to try and help him out. BZM is alive for a second. Swashbuckle blast off. BZM gone for 80. DM next on the list. Can Secret get anything more than just
Another lasso in a second.
throw the stun, but they've got the BKB coming through on a DM, so he's able to survive and not be stunned up. They'll buy back on BZM, they'll go after Boom, and they've got the Spirit Vessel as well as the Illuminate. They'll get the Kona Boom, they'll take the Bat Rider as Yuragi's back into the fight, putting the damage onto Yamich. But Yamich throws a sticky bomb. The stun gets bounced back with the Lotus Orb. They have another stun through. Yuragi getting low. The Nullifiers on him. They'll doom this Alchemist up again as Armel falls. Yuragi surviving, going after Yamich, gets a fourth, and that's going to be 4 dead on Secret as OG, I mean, they practically lose nothing throughout the entire fight.
They bought back on Chu, they bought back on BZM. These are some crazy fights happening. And Team Secret try to go for this same play that they try to go near the tier 2 tower bottom, and they don't get it done. Like,